on this amazing Five of Diamonds day. What changes are we going to make? We are sitting in some fantastic energy. We're sitting with the Seven of Diamonds and Neptune. And the Seven of Diamonds is Venus, Venus. So we got the second, and we have that amazing seventh house. We got Taurus, and we got Venus. And how are we going to work it? How are we going to work these 52 days? How are we going to get the things that we need to get out of the things that we are going to be able to take advantage of down there in the 12th house, because that's what Neptune is. It's the 12th house. So we are sitting in the womb of creation. We have the ability to take the Seven of Diamonds, which is the card of investment, but it's a card of obligation. So we get a chance to take a look at our obligations. We get a chance to clean up some stuff. And these 52 days we came through yesterday. How did you feel? How did you feel yesterday? How do you feel today? This is going to be a time of exploration, because sevens are introspective. They do that work, that Neptunian work, which they're ruled by, looking at the crux of the matter. It's like you're going back into the womb of creation and you're developing, you're redeveloping, you're doing things in a way where you want to emerge a better product. You want to have something better. So with the Seven of Diamonds being that diamond, being the needful things, being ruled by Venus, the attractions and the obligations are on Front Street. But Front Street is in Neptune. So it's different. The work is going to be different because, Neptune is that spiritual time. It slows things down. And we have a spiritual number sitting in Neptune. So this is about our faith. How do you feel? Are you feeling that you are on the verge of something? Are you feeling lack? Are you feeling that you want to disconnect? Are you feeling that people are becoming more and more burdensome? Yeah, you got to look at your obligations. How did you get in these relationships? How did you get on that job? How did you become the person that you are? This is a great time to discover that in Neptune, because you're rediscovering. You're rediscovering, and you're sitting there and you're doing the things that you need to do to polish that diamond. Diamonds are made under pressure. So Neptune, you can't get no more pressure than millions of tons of water on top of you. Think how you're feeling. Think about what's being, how you think about the water is rubbing against it to make it shiny on this side. Then it's rubbing against it to make it shiny on that side. Diamonds are, when they look at diamonds, they're looking at the clarity of the diamond. They're looking at what you can see on the other side. The more clear a diamond is, the more valuable it is. So we're down in Neptune getting our clarity. We're trying to get our clarity so we can emerge better, more in tune with ourselves, more able to, deal with the obligations that we have. The obligations that we have come from that second house. Our jobs, our families, all of those things are how we set it up. How we put on the outer stuff that we do in the mundane world to attract is where that can come from. When you learn how to do that inner work, that spiritual work, and learn how to attract that and be more intentional, yeah, things are going to look different for you. And that's what the Seven of Diamonds and Neptune is representing. Doing that work, doing that introspective work, really getting deep down into the crevices and letting that, whatever it is that you're using, a piece of steel, wool, whatever, polish. You know what I mean? Because in the allegory of it all, that piece of coal is rubbing it up against something, right? Hey, Rikara. So when that is rubbing up against something, how does it feel when you rubbing up against something? Is there friction? Yeah, to make that diamond, you're gonna have to feel something. To polish this diamond, you're going to have to feel something. What do you want to feel? What are your obligations? Do you want to be tied to these obligations, or do you want to break free from these obligations? It's karmic. It's karmic. You got to pick a side. Sevens have got to pick a side. They can't stand on the fence and teeter from one side to the next. It's like, I'm in the mundane, I'm in the spirit. That's where it begins real murky. And you don't want to be murky in the 12th house. So you're getting a chance to decide whether you want to be in the spirit world or you want to be in the mundane world. For me, the best practices is doing the work in the spirit world and going out in the mundane world getting your blessings. Because the mundane world, it is what it is. We can't manifest in the mundane world. We work in the mundane world, right? We work. We do the things in the mundane world to support the things that we need to do, our housing and all of that, families. But the spiritual stuff that we do for our you know, to sure ourselves up, to know that what we do in the mundane world is temporary, is important. That's the manifesting. We manifest in the spirit world. So when we go into the mundane world, we get it. We understand it. We're not tripping. This is the mundane world. I live in the spirit world. I have to be in the mundane world for whatever reasons, because a certain period of time of our lives we have to work, right? Certain periods of time we're in school. Certain periods of time we're with our families. That's the mundane world. But when we go into the spirit world, we discover the reasoning why behind it all, right? So that Seven of Diamonds can help us discover the reasoning why, the attractions, what we're attracted to. The things that we're attracted to, how do they affect us when we get into the mundane world? How does the mundane affect us with our attractions? Those are the things, the conversations and the discussions that we should be having with that Seven of Diamonds. So we can come out on the other side with the clarity. The clarity. We want to have the clarity to step into the abundance, to step into all the things that we want. We want to stop attracting things that we don't want to attract anymore. We want to get out of the obligations that we are tied to. The Seven of Diamonds can really feel a lot of low vibration, you know, with all of the things that are holding on and just feeling that they have a right to certain things. So you want to look at those obligations. How did you attract them? How did you get there? And how can you be released from them? You got to do the work. So this Seven of Diamonds in Neptune for the next 51 days, it's about doing the work. We get a chance to see in live and in living color what we have done. And we can't hide from it. We can't be mad at people who are doing the things that they're doing when we have obligations to them. What did we do? Did we set a relationship up and now we don't want to be in a relationship? But if that person still wants to be in a relationship, what's their karma? Think about it. What is their karma? Is their karma saying that you have to do something to release yourself from that? That could be a divorce. You may have to pay child support. You may have to pay alimony. You may have to give up some stuff. Obligations. This is not easy for a lot of people. A lot of people don't like the obligations part. A lot of people are okay with getting to where they are. But when it comes to the obligations, it's like, I don't want to do this. If you want to get out of this karmic cycle, you have to do it. You have to do it. It's your requirement. Your requirement is to release yourself from the karma that you're tied to. And in the 12th house, you're going down and you're coming out and you're emerging better. You're coming out, hey Eden, you're coming out with a better understanding. You're coming out being more prepared. You're coming out knowing that, yeah, I did do this, but I can change it. I can do it better the next time. So how do you do it better? We're gonna find out on the 4th of July when the United States birthday turns into 66. That's Venus. We're gonna learn. We got a lot of obligations coming up next year. We want to get in alignment with understanding what obligations are. Because next year they're going to be on Front Street. We want to know what obligations are. We can't be mad. We are obligated, whether we like it or not. But we can fix it. We can transcend that karma into a better relationship, into a better job, into better things around us, and become better people. And this is collective work. The Seven of Diamonds is in Neptune in the collective. So everybody is looking at their obligations. Is there something that you are supposed to receive? Yeah, you should be looking for it during this time. You should be looking for it. If there's something that you have to pay out, you should be paying it out, because this is the investment. So how are you going to get it? You got to figure out how you're going to get it. You got to figure out what that investment is. And we got a powerful solar eclipse coming up on the Three of Diamonds, and it's happening in Scorpio. Now, Scorpio is ruled by Mars and Pluto, right? So this is a big eclipse is coming, and it's why I love cardiology so much, because we get a chance to break down these eclipses to the lowest common denominator. When we think of Scorpio, we think of emotions, and we think of passion. But Scorpio is ruled by the eighth house. This is the house of inheritance, of shared resources. This is the house of our in Mars, where our everyday persona is, how we use and discover things, and how we master and expand our awareness. So this solar eclipse happening on the Three of Diamonds, that's happening in Gemini and Virgo, is going to be huge. We got a lot of collective coming down to the brass tacks of it. We gotta get into seeing what we get ready to discover, because the Three of Diamonds is 29 degrees. That's the solar value. So it's about discovery. The 29th degree is where you are sitting at that critical degree, getting ready to go into that next house, right? And the Three of Diamonds is the card of ritual, right? That's what we do. That's what we do with Gemini. That's what we do with Virgo. It's rituals. So we got to figure out the rituals that we do. We got to figure out how rituals are. We do things, we want things, we desire things. We are on the verge of the understanding of why. The why. The why. This is about people, places, and things. You're talking about shared resources. So this is going to be happening on Front Street. But something got to die. Something got to give. In order to get your inheritance in that eighth house, you got to have a release. That's what death is. Death is a release of something that creates a space that expands. So in this expansion, what is going to be your inheritance with this moon? This is an inheritance moon. This is about inheritance, fam. What are you going to inherit? What are you going to release? What kind of shared resources do you have? Think about that. That's what this solar eclipse on this Three of Diamonds is representing to us. It is about the separation. The separation. So you're separating from the mundane world to go into that spirit world for your inheritance. You don't want to inherit anything in the mundane world. Comes with a whole lot of paperwork, comes with a whole lot of ties, it comes with people in your business. When you inherit in the spirit world, it's all you. People be like, dang, I don't even know what's going on. You look so amazing. Yeah, that's the spirit world. I want my inheritance to make me look amazing. I want to attract the things naturally, all of the rituals, all of the things that are out there. I want them to find me. I don't want to go out in the mundane world and have to inherit anything. This is our time to figure out what that inheritance looks like with that Three of Diamonds, right? We are sitting in Gemini and Virgo. We're trying to, when you look at Gemini is looking at the thing and seeing that the thing is the thing. You're the thing. You are the thing. Sticking to the plan is Virgo. It's how we do things. It's how we prepare for the work. Think about how you make a meal at night so you can be nourished, so your children can go to school, so you can go to work up early, your clothes. That's Virgo, right? So Gemini is looking at expanding and exploring and disconnecting from that outer world. So the preparation that you do, the spirit, that spirit world is in Gemini. Gemini is doing that inner work to make the connection to the outer and realizing that it's all in the same, right? So we got some dope energy out here, coming, going, all around us. And the cards are the reason why we can break it down to that lowest common denominator. It's so cool to be able to break these things down. That's why we study cardology, right? That's why we love cardology, because it could just be a regular solar eclipse and things could be happening. We don't know why it's happening. It's going to be on and popping. The Three of Diamonds has the Ace of Spades and Mercury. Secrets are going to come up. Things are going to be exposed. I'm just saying. Things coming out. Things are coming out. Things that people don't want to come out. We're going to be like clutching our pearls like, say it ain't so. Yeah, that's the Three of Diamonds. We're going to hear celebrity stuff all over the place. We see lots of arrests happening with the underworld. The Jack of Diamonds this week is displacing the Queen of Hearts and Neptune. Neptune is down there digging up some stuff, digging it up, exposing it to the light and making it real. And the King of Hearts is displacing this week. The King of Hearts challenging karma card is the King of Clubs, the Lord. And the King of Hearts has the Five of Hearts and Mercury. So people going to jail for a long time, because the King of Hearts is the king of jail. It is what it is. You can be mad at Biden all you want, but he got a Six of Hearts and Venus. What's that? Mars, jail. I'm just saying. So, yeah, all of this stuff that's happening right now, this is what Biden stood on his whole career. Biden's signature is all over all of this stuff. Jail. This is Biden's signature. So we got some good stuff out there. He's quiet because he don't have to expose that he is doing all this kind of stuff. But if you know Biden's career, you know that's what he did. He locked your ass up, right? He's been known as that prison pipeline. He was known as that, and people still talk about it. Him being, Ricard says he stayed in the house. Him being the president right now, all of this happening, it is not shocking to me at all. It's not shocking to me. He's dredging the waters, dredging it, pulling it up with the Jack of Diamonds and Neptune. We got some good stuff, fam. Let's get into our receptivity mode. Let's get into the feel of getting our inheritance. First, you gotta get into them obligations. Get down in there and look at those obligations and see why you're obligated and how you can transcend those obligations in the next 51 days. So you can emerge that diamond when you hold up. Look at that. Look at my diamond ring. Put that diamond up and say, I see all the way through it. I see clear through the china. And then you know that you got your inheritance. That's all I'm talking about. But hey, to get that diamond, you got to go through some polishing. We got to get polished. So let's go down into that 12th house and do the work. Do the work. If it hurts, it's because you haven't done the work in a long time. It's okay. What spread we on? We're on 4. We're on this week is Ace Rev 4. So do the work. Do the work. And in 52 days, 51 days of we got 51 days of being amazing, 51 days of abundance coming. just bursting through, coming through. This Beyonce energy. This is Beyonce's card. The queen of the beehive. Who's your beehive? Who do you have that's supporting and loving on you? If you don't have it, it's time to get that beehive. It's time. It's time to get that love. It's time to be that love. Love on the people around you, even if you don't like them. But see, I love them from across the street. There's like 49 lanes between me of cars and trucks and trains that they can't get to. I still love them. I do. But in this time, I'm isolated. I'm self-isolating myself because I got to do the work. The shared resources that we have are no good if they are not coming from a place where the inheritance is going to benefit all of us. Inheritance, if the inheritance is lopsided, it's not benefiting the whole. We got to get to the place where these inheritance are benefiting the whole. We have people who come in and out of our lives just for that, because they want something. They're not depositing anything. They're not giving anything. We get a chance now to get rid of those people because they're blockers. They're blockers. We get a chance to get rid of them. We get a chance to transit that karma. We get a chance to see them before they can set up stake. You ever just be around and you like, daggone, what the heck happened? And a year could go by and you didn't prosper that year and you were giving and giving and giving. That's not what the universe is saying. The universe wants to dance at our feet, not on their feet, your feet. So you have to see how you can get your inheritance while not being an inheritance to everybody else. That's a job. That's a job. Trust me, that's a job. And we can do it with this solar eclipse, with this Three of Diamonds. We can do it. Let's get there. Let's get to us having an inheritance and not you having an inheritance. They having an inheritance. Let's have a us inheritance, right? Let's be around people who want to share the resources. That's the 8th house. It's shared resources. But if you don't have resources and you're always taking, why are you in my house? I gotta fix that. Why are you in my house when you are always taking and never giving? That's on me. It's not on you. It's on me. So I gotta get some people out of my house, right? I gotta get people out of my house so I can get my inheritance. Because they're blockers. They're blockers. There's no inheritance. Because you got this dead energy around you that's blocking. So get them out the way, fam. We're going to see how it feels on Monday. We're going to see how it feels today because we're feeling this energy right now. I know I am. I'm pulling the trigger. You got to go. You got to go. You can't get no more of my resources. Nope. Can't. This is the time of no, right? Where's the Three of Diamonds have the Nine of Spades at? Neptune. I'm just saying, the card of no. We're going to learn how to go deep with it. Now, we're going to go deep into the bowels of the 12th house and come up with receipts. And we're going to say no. Have a great weekend, fam. Do the work. This is the work. We in it. We in it. We got 4 flat tires. We so in it, right? Let's do the work. And enjoy yourself. Do something great for yourself as always. Look in the mirror and say, you know what? I love you. I do. We came through some stuff, but we good. And we getting better every day. Peace, fam.